tell us how was it walking the ramp once again after the whole pandemic situation?
Actually, you should tell us. How was it?
It was great for me. Like just I feel like it's such a homecoming to always be coming back to the ramp, and it's. I never thought, especially after becoming a new mom and having, now that we have a baby who's barely like just about 2 weeks old, that post giving birth, I would like come back so soon. Of course, nothing much changes for him except the long nights and stuff. But you feel so different even in your body to like be able to like come back. It's I had like even before getting on the ramp, I just looked at him and I'm like, you think I'll be able to do this? And he was just like, yeah, fine, you will be able to do it. And I feel somewhere down there's muscle memory, but somewhere down there's also like a certain amount of anxiousness because I'm kind of still finding my balance and coming back. So yeah, it was a mix of both.
Okay, Amit, what would you like to say about walking the ramp?
No, it's always a pleasure, to be in a position where people, find you that you could carry the clothes off. I think it's a big boon, and also it's a big boost to your confidence because they want you and you're desired. And I feel that is something which is really, for me, it's very heartening. And to be in a position where you come to Delhi to do something like this, where you belong, and we'll always be from here, no matter what our work environment is going to be. So yeah, Delhi has a certain nostalgic feeling. We always come back to whenever we come back here, it's not just work but family as well and friends. So also walking the ramp, I remember I was really young and I was trying to make a switch from a sporting career when I was, I think, about 17, 18. And the people who put me on the ramp first time were Asha and Vidyun, and at that time Poojan was also there, and she's still here. And I think coming back to it will bring such great memories. At the same time, walking with my wife, who's delivered our second child, I think it makes it even more beautiful.
Okay, coming to your personal style, the attires that you're wearing, how much does it resonate your personal style?
Well, for me, today, of course, we walk for Marks and Spencer, and then this collection is, the Fusion collection, and it's just really wonderful because, it's a collection that's done for India. B, everyone in our country just loves Marks and Spencer. So whether it's an occasion, like he's wearing something which is an occasion collection. Now that we're on the word, but I just feel that it's so great to for an international brand that is a high street brand to be doing a collection that's just for India makes a big difference. Whereas my style is always about layering and mildly or extremely oversized clothes is what I love because I just really like comfortable silhouettes, and at the same time I do like dressing up in a way where I feel extremely confident and more importantly body confident. So with Marks and Spencer, I've been shopping there literally for many years, and now I get a chance to walk for them. So it's a great combination of what they believe in and what I love fashion wise. So there were hardly any questions. This is literally the first thing I tried, and I was just like, this is what I want to wear. And they were like, okay, go with it.
So coming to, when you both dress yourselves, so how much involved are you when it comes to styling each other? Do you give each other tips, or how does it go? Does she always anywhere tell you that?
No, so I always make a way of, even though, we are not always, come on, we're married, so, whenever we also have a little bit of a tiff at home, so then she's not going to help me what I need to wear. So, then there's always this question mark as to how I should ask her this question and how should I break the ice as to what am I going to wear. So then I just, waddle around the room, and then I open the cupboard, and I'm just standing in front of the cupboard for about 15 minutes, and there she's at the back. She's going to say, wear this, and that's our makeup moment. But coming back to what you asked about Marks and Spencer, I just want to share one thing. The first ever store I went, as far as clothes were concerned, my mom and dad took me to Marks and Spencer. That was in London. I was 8.5. And, my father used to shop from there, my mother did. And today, this is the first time I've been in a position where I'm wearing the outfits. And she fell in love with me when I wore a velvet jacket. So today, I think I'm wearing a velvet jacket. It's teal in color, and it's I really like this color. And I think she's by my side, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah, or maybe it's the velvet.
Or maybe it's Marks and Spencer.
It's the touch.
I wanted to ask one thing. So you also worked during your third trimester, and just 2 weeks before, after delivering your baby, you're walking the ramp. So you're always setting this, a message out for women. If I can do it, you can do it too. So if a few words about that.
No, I just always feel that I mean, hats off and kudos to everyone who's, a mom who's on their way to becoming a mom, who wants to, all of that. I feel like even if the thought is there, and whichever process you choose, it's your decision, doesn't make you a good or bad mom. I also have a parenting community which is called Freedom to Feed, where we talk about breastfeeding, but it also means that you feed your child whichever way you want. Basically, the word freedom is more important because it comes lack of judgment. And likewise for working through your pregnancy. I mean, feel free to take 6 months off. Feel free literally to work through it all. Feel free to bounce back as soon as you want. And at the same time, if you think that you want to take a maternity or paternity leave, do it. Whatever works for you. As far as I'm concerned or we're concerned, I mean, I saw myself treat myself very, very differently earlier. During Meher's time, we were just, I constantly was creating work. I feel the industry has changed, that now it has work for women who have... I just feel that it shouldn't be a compromise between your professional dreams and your personal aspirations. It shouldn't be an either or. Motherhood shouldn't be about making choices, related to the things you love. I love my work. We love our children. He loves what he does. So why should it be? Why should it stop? You just have to feel unstoppable, and that's how you go ahead and become that.
Any words you would like to add to this?
I think full marks to the grandparents. Why should we miss out on them? Because everybody has a support system at home, and who better than either the the nana nani or the dada dadi? I feel that they have a big role to play, and if parents who want to, it's there's a lot of talk of nuclear family, and I feel that nuclear family also comes with its own pluses and minuses. But the kind of impact and the beautiful zone a joint family does make, where your grandparents have a role to play in the upbringing of the child, and we kind of most of the times forget thanking them, and we take it for granted, because I feel that if we can go out there and work and achieve our dreams, and she's just delivered our baby, and now she's back to work, and if it doesn't prevent us from going out there, it's also thanks to her parents who are there in supporting Meher and our newborn. So I feel that aspect should not be ignored, and we should, I'm looking forward in going back and giving her parents a big hug, because they fill in really well.
Last question: How has the life changed after the new addition to your family? What are the this is the second time you have become parents, right? So what are the things that you knew this time and you've done better?
The thing is that yes, at one level we do know the beats of the whole journey, but she's handled it much better this time, and she's bounced back really fast. Last time it was a bit of a struggle. This time is also a struggle, but it's of a different kind. As far as body changes, there are a lot of doubts that get created in the mind, but then you need to come out of it, and she's done that really well. We don't really mention that. I feel that aspect should be spoken about a lot more, because giving birth is a beautiful feeling and everybody celebrates it, but what a woman goes through mentally, emotionally, only she knows it. So I think the after effect of birth, which is postpartum, I don't think I'm the correct person to talk about it. I would let her continue from here. It's not a very easy thing to handle, and I think from here she should take it forward.
I'm just, what has changed is just lots of long nights and very few sleeping hours, because when you have a baby crying, and then you're the only source, so you're the only supply chain that the child has. You've got to get up. I feel the one thing that's fantastic about having a second baby is nobody gives you advice. The first time around we were getting so much advice, and now they're like, oh, they know what to do.
No, also there's a second thing is that it's not nobody gives you advice, and we also know what to do, and we don't take the advice.
We don't take the advice, yeah. I mean, literally, we don't. Somebody gave us, one of our very close friends just gave us really good advice about just giving all our time. Most of the clinical stuff should happen with our baby boy, because he's not aware of what's going on, but we're just there for him, making sure everything is clean, everything is, checked, his feeds are happening on time. It's very clinical. Whereas for our daughter, we want to be there physically, emotionally, of course, clinically, looking after everything. So I feel like it's a lot more for her. And that's where we both feel like, where we belong as far as giving all our extra hours for Meher, because she didn't know, right? Because she's not even 3 and she just saw a big belly and then, there's a baby that's come out. So she doesn't know what's going on. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Okay, thank you.